So while I wait for somebody to show up on my job site, figured I'd run over my wiring that I did for these lights. A few of y'all been interested in it. So my heads up, like windshield lights and the rear lights are all wired up through the top of this. So in order to make sure that the airbag doesn't snag on it if it were to go off, other than that smashing into my face, I have the wires set in here for the rear one, and the front ones actually come down over here and into this side, and they run all the way down the inside and back into this area. You can see all my many wires. That's actually for the overhead display that I'm doing. But fun fact, if you have an F350 and get these style lights, or F250, F350, 2012, I know for a fact that all the little controllers, once you set the lights the way you want it, can fit perfectly into this little panel back here. I've got it just 3M double-sided tape. So this panel right here, I have 5 controllers for all these lights because they don't make a solid single panel controller, which, you know, that I'm actually looking into. But they all fit right there. They don't rattle. They're actually pretty easy to get to, especially if you set them up this way. So all the mode change buttons are on this side of this panel. So you can just reach in there and change any of the modes. No other wires interfere with them. I'll show you how I have everything set up, because while I do have everything hooked up underneath here, excuse all the crappy zip ties, I still got to clean up some of this stuff. Those wires are power wires running underneath the truck for the lights out back, which I'm actually going to be changing because I'm not a big fan. I'm probably going to end up going with the strip light all the way down the truck. But here is, I don't know how loud the engine is. This is my little relay setup that I have for my front pods and the lights down below. So these 2 relays are for those, and this third gigantic frickin' relay is for the remainder of the lights. It's a 40 amp. I have it powered through here and it runs all the way back. I did this, I consolidated all the wires so I can still open up the fuse box if needed, as well as all these can be disconnected fairly quickly to pop this off if anything needs to be changed. I wanted it to be able to, you know, come out like easy battery change if I have to do that. All the wires are actually run down for the front section. The wires are actually run down into the grill. So the box is actually mounted upside down here. This is a waterproof box. I did the wire loom on this side. I didn't really like how it turned out, so I didn't do it on this side. I gotta find a better option. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Quick overview of the truck. I also have the remote relay of these back here. This one is actually up underneath there, and I gotta finish cleaning out the wires. But all this is tucked up and wire loomed throughout the bottom side of the truck. I have a new version of this that I gotta do because I ran out of wire when I first measured it. So all that is run up next to the zip tie to the fuel line right now, but it's actually coming back. So yeah, it's run up to that little protective box. I don't know exactly know what that is. It looks like a frame or something. But yeah, this is the only thing that's hanging down, and I always get worried that the tire's gonna catch it if I'm running down the road and rip my lights out. But hasn't happened yet. I've been towing a lot, so we'll we'll see what happens, but I officially have all the lights on. You know, they're very visible during the day. But if anybody wants any more information, let me know.